Video games have certainly come a long way since the days of Super Mario Bros. And Sonic the Hedgehog. Though always the subject of controversy, today, they are known for their immersive gameplay and high attention to detail. In an industry that is worth over $65 billion as of June 2011, it's no wonder Americans spend over 13 hours every week playing them. Gaming has really evolved, but has it evolved too aggressively? Is the rating system really as effective as some people think it is? Are our children being negatively influenced? And are developers on thin ice with the First Amendment? Let's take a look and see if video games have the artistic rights to display those supposedly beautiful scenes of pixelated sex, blood, and gore. Or if the Supreme Court and some other so-called heavy hitters have a dramatically different idea on which direction the industry should go. The subject of violent video games and their effects on the people who play them has always been under serious fire. From angry and outraged parents to pissed off public figures and anti-video game activists, the list goes on. But the question always stands, is there a limit to how far they can go? It would seem that at some point there would be, but evidently there isn't. There is an inherent fascination with sex and violence in this country, and it is certainly apparent in some of our video games. Games like Mortal Kombat, God of War, Grand Theft Auto, and many others spill countless buckets of blood and show gratuitous amounts of sexual content. While there is a rating system in place, it seems to be merely informative other than directly effective. With internet downloading, bootlegging, and just pure negligence, anyone can get their hands on any game they want. And if there is one thing that is proven over and over, it's the fact that the more you try to censor and ban something, the more inherently popular it will become. Ring any bells? The struggle in regard to the First Amendment is whether or not they are a medium of artistic creativity or a lurid dose of harmful hypothetical toxins infecting us and our children. That being said, what's the industry standpoint? Well, I can tell you that we here at Final Checkpoint believe that video games are indeed a form of artistic creativity, and government regulation would just make the whole thing far more chaotic and less enjoyable for the rest of us. I mean, we have adult movies and kids' movies, why can't the same go for video games? But what is the Supreme Court's opinion on the matter? Are you familiar with this gentleman? No? Well, I didn't think so. His name is Leland Yee. In 2005, this senator of California introduced the law that banned the sale of violent video games to children. When it failed, this guy got all pissed off and decided to take it to the Supreme Court. It took so long for them to figure it out that Schwarzenegger had actually run out his whole term.
I'll be back.
It was taken over by the new governor of California, Edmund Brown. The case is what is now known to be Brown versus the Entertainment Merchants Association of America. The case went on for a long time, and in 2011 they ruled on it and struck down the law, deeming them unconstitutional by First and 14th Amendments. The direct quote from the judge was, "Like the protected books, plays, and movies that preceded them, video games communicate ideas, and even social messages, through many familiar literary devices such as characters, dialogue, plot, and music, and through features distinctive to the medium, such as the player's interaction with the virtual world, that suffices to confer First Amendment protection." That's awesome. It was a huge win for the video game industry. So, there you have it. Are they art, or are they condemnable? Well, it doesn't really matter because they are protected under the very laws our ancestors put into place and have been surviving on ever since. Sure, there is a rating system that's implemented within the game industry, but like I said, it just seems to be a little bit more informative than it does to be enforced. So the best advice out there is that if you don't approve of it, don't play it. And parents, you'll just have to do a little more of that stuff they call parenting if you want to keep your kids away from anything you disapprove of.
First Amendment wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.